Hey guys, welcome back. Always happy to be recording classes for you. So thank you for showing up. If you like what you're seeing, comment, share, save, subscribe. I really appreciate all of the support. If you haven't followed me already on Instagram and TikTok, Kiana Rose Yoga, go check me out for more tips, spirituality, random, creative, fun flows, some inspiration. Also, if you haven't dropped your email on my website, agniasana.com, do that as well to stay in the know for our hard launch dates and any exclusive offers we might be having. Today will be a creative, strong, twisty vinyasa flow. It'll be a little shorter, so if you don't have a lot of time, this class is great for you. Let's go ahead and get started in standing towards the top of the mat. Feet come out a little bit wider than hips with distance. Really big bend through the knees. Let's grab opposite elbows. Take a ragdoll of your choice, whether that's static or with a little dynamic movement here. Coming in and out, bouncing, swaying. Take some really nice big inhales and exhales. Fill up, empty out, move the energy through. Come onto your mat. Meet me in this space for the duration of our time together. Let any worries, thoughts, concerns, excitements fall away. Be here now. And on an exhale, release the hands down towards the earth. On an inhale, big bend through the knees, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Articulate the spine, head as the last to rise. Come up through standing, palms face forward. Equal standing pose. Really root down through the feet, reach tall through the crown of the head. If you want to set an intention for your practice, do so now. On an inhale, circle the arms up towards the sky. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Release the right hand down the right thigh. Take a nice bend over towards the right side. Body stretch down the left side. Inhale to come back through center. Right hand goes up. Slide the left hand on the left side of the body. Left side thigh. Always fumbling over my words. Bend over towards the left. Inhale, come back through center. Left hand goes high. Exhale, cactus the heart, open towards the sky. Inhale to come back through center. Exhale, sink the hips low, chair pose. I prefer to take my chair poses with my feet a little bit wider. It feels easier on my knees. If you like to take chair with the feet together, that totally works as well. On an inhale, so just distribute the weight into the right foot. Left foot comes to a hover. And on an exhale, hinge it forward, warrior three. Start to bend through the right knee. Toes plant towards the back of the mat. Left hand plants, right hand goes high. We're in an easy twist. And on an exhale, rock to the knife side edge of both feet, horizon pose. On the in-breath, come back through center. Easy twist, one more time. And on the next in-breath, come up. So we are in a twisted lunge towards the right side of the mat. Gazes towards the right hand. High on the ball of the back foot, really active through all 10 fingers here. Bring the right hand to the outside of the left thigh. Exalt your warrior. And on an inhale, right hand will come up to meet the left hand, high crescent lunge. Bring the hands down through heart center. Skandasana towards the back of the mat. Let the hips sink all the way down to the mat. Right toes are flexed. Left hand comes outside of the left foot. Right arm reaches nice and high. Option to stay here, bring the right hand towards the left hip crease for a half or full bind. And if you've taken the bind, gently release it. Right hand goes back up towards the sky. Then bring the hands down towards heart center. Twain is barking. Come back on to the left foot. Lift the hips away from the earth. Pivot towards the back of the mat so that we are in a lunge with prayer hands. Find your balance, find your stability, and then gently step the right foot to meet the left foot. So we are in a chair pose, and on an inhale, bring the hands up towards the sky. Sink the hips nice and low. Keep the back body long here. Core is engaged. Start to distribute the weight into the left foot. Lift the right foot to a hover. And on an exhale, hinge it forward, warrior three. I got some friends in the house right now, so you might hear a little extra noise. One line of energy from the right heel all the way up to the middle fingertips. Exhale, start to bend through the left knee. Set the right foot down. Right hand will come under right shoulder. Left hand goes nice and high. Easy twist. Check in with your breath. Keep it rhythmic, keep it slow. Exhale, rock under the knife side edges of both feet, horizon pose. And on the in-breath, come back through center. Find stability in the feet. Maybe you walk them out a little bit wider. And on an inhale, arms come up to a T. We're twisted towards the left leg. Gaze can come back towards the left fingers if you want to play with your balance, or the gaze can stay on the left wall. Sink deep into the front knee. Woo! My balance is being tested today. It's my third class of the day. That's okay. Left hand comes to the outside of the right thigh. Right arm goes up. Exalt your warrior. And on an inhale, bring the hands back to a T. And then the left hand will come up to meet the right hand. High crescent lunge. Legs are starting to burn here. Bring the hands towards heart center. Skandasana, back towards the top of the mat. Sink the hips all the way down this time. Right hand comes to the outside of the right foot. Left hand comes nice and high. Option to stay here or take a half or full bind. Gaze is over the left shoulder. Left toes are flexed. And gently release the bind if you've taken it. Left arm comes up and high. And then bring the hands back towards heart center. Shift the gaze towards the top of the mat. Come back into a lunge, hands at prayer. And then step the left foot up to meet the right foot. Chair pose. Hands come up to frame the ears, little to no weight in the toes. Sink the hips nice and low. And on an inhale, come up onto the ball mounts of the feet. Exhale, sweep the arms back, drinking bird. On an inhale, sink the heels down. Arms come back up high, chair pose. And on an exhale, release everything down towards the earth. Forward, fold. Keep a nice generous bend in the knees still. And on an inhale, hands come to shins. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle the arms up. Nice and tall. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Hang here. Root down through the feet. Find your strength. Feel the energy from the earth coursing through your feet, your legs, all the way up to the fingertips. On an inhale, lift the right leg. Right foot is flexed. And then drop the left hand back. Right arm is forward. On an exhale, start to hinge. Bring the right leg back. So you're in this really funky warrior three. On an exhale, bend through the left knee. Set the right toes towards the back of the mat. We're landing in this twisted lunge. Exhale, left hand comes to the outside of the right thigh. Right arm reaches nice and high. Inhale to reach with the right fingertips. Exhale, hook the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Reach high with the left hand and then bring the left hand down to meet the right hand. Twisted prayer lunge. And starting to distribute the weight into the left foot. Big step with the right foot. Meet in a twisted chair. Hips are in line with one another. Hands are at the heart space. Right elbow presses into the outside of the left knee. And on an inhale, come through center. Exhale, twist it over towards the left or right. One of these days, I'm gonna get better with my left and rights. Start to distribute the weight into the right foot. Bring the left foot to a hover, and then step the left foot back. Come in to twisted prayer on the right. On an inhale, straighten through the left, right arm. Bring the right hand to the outside of the left leg. Exalt your warrior. Eye on the ball mound of the back foot here. Sink deep into the front knee. Maybe make some little micro adjustments with the feet to find your stability. And on an inhale, bring the arms to a T. Gaze comes towards the right hand. Exhale, sink deeper into the lunge. Get strong through all four corners of the right foot. Start to bring the weight forward onto the right foot. And when you're ready, launch off. So we are in this really funky warrior three. Left leg is nice and high. And on an inhale, we'll come to standing. Still twisted towards the right. Inhale to bring the arms through center. Exhale, set the left foot down to meet the right foot. Inhale, reach nice and tall. Exhale, sink it low, chair pose. Start to distribute the weight into the right foot, cross the left ankle, over the right ankle. Sink the hips low, and then bring the hands towards heart center. Standing figure four. When you feel nice and stable in the right foot, bring the left elbow to hook towards the left foot and use the foot and hand-to-hand connection to press you deeper into the twist. Option to stay here or take grasshopper if it is in your practice. And on an inhale, come back through center. Exhale, set the left foot down. Right leg is starting to burn. Lift the right foot away from the earth. Cross the right ankle over the left knee. Sink the hips low. Cross the right elbow on the right foot. When you feel ready, twist over towards the left side of the mat. Option to stay here. Take grasshopper pose if it's in your practice. And on the in-breath, come back through center. Set the right foot down to meet the left foot. Come all the way through to forward fold Uttanasana. Take a forward fold of your choice, whether it's just hands on the mat or you slide the hands down the back of the legs, under the feet. A nice little fun, spicy flow. Inhale, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Head is the last to rise. Inhale. Circle the arms up, nice and tall. Exhale, come all the way through to a forward fold. Inhale to come up, halfway lift. Exhale, sink the hips down towards the mat, come into a seat. We'll bring the left shin parallel with the mat, and then bring the right shin to come parallel with the left shin, setting up for fire log. This is a really big one for the outer right hip. So if this is too much or enough for you, stay here. Or you can circle the arms up nice and tall and hinge over the legs, which I will not be doing today because I am tight. So I am going to hang here. Close down the eyes, still engage through the core. All 10 toes are flexed. Reach tall through the crown of the head. Let gravity just start to open up through the hips here. You can take some little movements with the knee to kind of gently open up that right hip. And start to slide the knees in towards the midline, keeping them crossed. We'll set up for cow face pose, Gomukhasana. Option to stay here as well, or take a bind with the arms. If you're going to take a bind, left elbow will go high, right elbow will go low. Hands will come to meet behind the heart space. If they are not able to meet, you can use a strap or a t-shirt here. Or if you want to hang with hands by your sides, that totally works too. That's where I will be hanging today. And gently start to come out of it. Uncross the knees. Bring the soles of the feet towards the wide edges of the mat. Windshield wiper the knees. Left to right. Right to left. We will bring the right shin parallel with the top of the mat this time. And then bring the left shin on top of it. Set up for a fire log. Option to stay here or hinge over the legs if that's in your practice. I'm having a hard time finding a comfortable position right now. All right, there we go. That's great. Let gravity do its thing. Just pull down on the hips and the knees here. All 10 toes are still flexed. Core is still strong. And if you feel ready to do so, start to slide the right heel towards the left glute. Left knee is over right knee. Set up for cow face pose, Gomukhasana on whatever side this would technically be. I'm not sure. I will be hanging out sitting tall today because I feel this so strongly through my hips, my outer hips. Option to take the bind. We'll bring the right elbow high, left elbow low. Hands will come to meet behind the heart space. Gaze is soft or closed here. And if you feel ready to unwind, do it ever so slowly. Soles of the feet meet the earth. Windshield wiper the knees, loosen up through the sacrum. We'll plant the soles of the feet onto the mat. Fingers will face towards the top of the mat. Inhale, send the hips high. Come into reverse tabletop. And then on the exhale, sink the hips down. Bring the feet together, Baddha Konasana. And here's where I will end this fun little mini flow today. Thank you for being open to this journey of yoga with me. I am so honored, so grateful. Until next time, friends, namaste.